Good morning, America. This is the morning after the election. Yeah, I'm really happy. And I tried to tell certain people this is what was going to happen. You know, I guess they just didn't get it. America, the average American person is fed up. They're fed up with this administration. They're fed up with the corruption. They're fed up with the murders. They're fed up. Now, I'm a little bit concerned with people getting lax. This is just another step. This is just another step. There is a whole lot of work that needs to be done. And do not trust Obama and this administration. Do not trust Hillary. You don't trust snakes, regardless of what kind of face they put on. All right? This coming together stuff that they're trying to talk about now, you know, let's come together. They will never come together. No, it's not going to happen. They just want more compromise. I want to see these people prosecuted. That is what needs to take place. They need to be prosecuted for their crimes. End of story. Don't be surprised what happens between now and January 20th with these people. Don't be surprised at all. I mean, I will promise you, they are plotting and they are planning for something. Anything they can get away with. Whatever they think you can get away with. So, Mr. Trump, my advice to you, don't turn your back on him. Do not turn your back on him. You know what? There's that old saying about the frog and the scorpion. And the scorpion wanted to get on the other side of the creek. And he asked the frog for a ride. The frog goes, "No, I'll give you a ride, you're going to sting me and kill me." He goes, "I'm not going to do it. Why would I do that? I want to get to the other side of the creek. If I sting you and kill you, I drowned also." The frog goes, "No, I don't trust you. I don't believe you." So this conversation goes on for a little while. Finally, the scorpion talks the frog into giving him a ride to the other side of the creek. About halfway across, scorpion stings the frog. The frog goes, "What the hell's wrong with you? Now we're both going to drown." He said, "Hey, you knew I was a scorpion, and you know what I was going to do." There you go. These people are just like the scorpion or frog. Do not, absolutely do not trust them. And we can't forget, I mean, there's so many things. Hillary and Obama created ISIS. They've killed tens of thousands of people, Christians, in the most horrendous, horrible ways. Burning them alive, drowning them, put them in vats of acid, beheadings, and we're talking about babies, children, women, adults. They created ISIS. The proof is there. The evidence has been here for a long time. You don't let these people go. All right? You don't let them go. You don't even let them escape out of this country. You immediately arrest them. You incarcerate them. And you try them for their crimes. Anything less than that is you just caved. You just gave in to them. Okay? Need I remind people over and over and over about these atrocities? Need I remind the patriots what these people have done? Loretta Lynch and this administration is directly responsible for the FBI and Greg Bretzing killing Lavoy Finnegan, murdering him. Cold-blooded, calculated, premeditated murder. They have kept the Patriots and the Bundys in prison for 9 months. Innocent, never convicted of anything. Need I remind you of that? Need I remind you of the mistreatment they have suffered in these federal penitentiaries under this federal government, under this Obama administration? I hope I don't have to remind you of those things. Because if I got to remind you of those things, something's amiss. Okay? We got to keep the pressure on, which I fully plan on doing. Fully plan on doing. Okay? With YouTube video clips, with protest, we got some plans. We're going to go here in Clark County, Nevada, and we're going to talk to the sheriff. And we're going to go to Nye County, and we're going to talk to the sheriff there. Okay? We're going to remind them of their responsibility that they are the supreme law in these counties. And that they have a duty and a responsibility to, at the very least, release these men under pre-trial release. At the very least. What they actually should do is just take them out for the sheriff of Nye County to say, hey, you have violated the Constitution of the United States. That privately funded institution which is involved with Harry Reid and others, okay, to shut it down and to let our patriots go. That's what should take place. And Lombardo and Clark County should tell the BLM, you are never coming in here. Yeah, we got a new state senator, Masco, whatever. Somebody needs to read her the Riot Act and tell her the way it's going to be. And it isn't going to be Dirty Harry's way anymore. Nevada needs to recover from this insidious leadership of Dirty Harry Reid and this administration and what they've done to our ranchers in this state and our farmers and loggers and miners and on and on and on. State of Utah, get ready there. We got plans there too. The state of Utah in January, the state legislature has got to look at our redress of grievances. And I'm going to be making some calls for our lobbyists there. And pretty soon, and then the rest, my group, we're going to start getting a hold of those legislatures. And we're going to start talking to them on a one-on-one basis if we can. And have that petition redress grievances addressed. And the militia funded in the state of Utah. Okay? And then the Constitution strictly enforced. By the state constitution of the state of Utah, the BLM, a corporation, the FBI, a corporation, is strictly forbidden in that state. And it's going to be a shining example, an ensign on a hill, how things are supposed to be done. The Constitution of the United States. And I'm calling upon the Mormons, its leadership, if you want to call them that, to have a training program. Have it instilled in the school systems to teach the Constitution of the United States of America. For the missionaries of the Mormon Church. Every one of them needs to have a Constitution in his jacket. Yes. We dodged a bullet so far. We've dodged a bullet in this country. Make no mistake about that. And if we sit back and we congratulate ourselves and be lulled into a sense of carnal security, false security, we're going to be right back where we started. No, that'll be a total downfall. You've noticed how Ammon and Ryan The arrested bunnies always carry a constitution. That's what the Mormon missionaries need to do from now on. Carry a constitution. Because you know what? Until we reestablish that constitution, it doesn't matter. Because you're missing the whole boat. We're missing the whole boat. You go out and you teach the gospel. You preach the gospel. You're preaching the gospel to people that don't even believe in the Constitution or have no knowledge of it, no respect for it. What's the point? What is the point? There is no point. You know, I'm calling from now on the Mormon missionaries, from this point on, to carry a constitution in their coat pocket, and in the back of that constitution list the 98 and the 101st section of the Doctrine and Covenants and the pertinent scriptures that go to the Constitution. Okay? I'm deeply concerned with a certain apathy that I'm seeing already. The very next day, oh, we got to go along to get along. More compromise. No. And I told you that Donald Trump has never held political office. He has not proven himself, not even one little bit, as far as I'm concerned, up to this point. All right? He has a decent history of constitutional rights. He is a businessman. I think he knows what side his bread is buttered on. You know, without your natural resources, Mr. Trump, you can forget your businesses, your billion-dollar empire. You can forget it, because it'll go down in flames. And from that perspective alone, I think you're going to do the right thing. But there's a lot more than just that. You can start by putting pressure on this administration, on the state of Oregon, the state of Nevada, the state of Washington, to release our political prisoners. These are political prisoners. No different than communist Russia or any other of these dictatorial countries. What they did, what they have done as far as political prisoners go. It's no different. You know, it's the KGB, it's the East Germany's secret police all over again. And that's why people such as Anna J. Brown, she needs to be impeached and she needs to be brought to justice. Kate Brown. We know the emails you got, Kate Brown. We know what you got. All right? And you need to be brought to justice. The FBI, Greg Bretzing. We know how you're involved. And your InfraGard. And your Interpol agents. There in Harney County. We know what you've done. And you need to be brought to justice. Steve Grasky, you need to be brought to justice. Dave Orr, you need to be brought to justice. And the list goes on. Every single one of those marshals, those U.S. marshals, and their abuse of our political prisoners, including Mumford, you need to be brought to justice for your inhumane treatment of our people. And I will not rest. I will not give in and I will not give up. And I know the Bundys are on the same page with me and a whole lot of other people till we see you brought to justice, because you know what? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Yeah, we need to clean house. These are Gadianton robbers. Okay, they are Gadianton robbers. Secret combinations. And you gotta root them out. They have their secret society. We got to root them out. You can't leave them root or branch. You can't leave it, because they'll just grow back. At 64 years of age, I have witnessed and watched this year after year, decade after decade, and it always ends up the same way. You got the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergs, Warburgs, DuPont, Schiffs, etc., etc. And this is an evil, evil branch. It needs to be pruned and it needs to be burned. We got to root them out of this country where they're found. We got to establish the Constitution of the United States on a firm foundation for our future posterity. We can't let anything get in our way. Okay? I've said enough. God bless America. God bless all the patriots. Do not sit back and think all the rest of this is going to take care of itself now. Only if we step up to the plate and we hit a home run is it going to be taken care of. God bless America.